before I get started, I want everybody to meet Susan, my wife. She's definitely the best half of this deal, the NC State guy. I'm thrilled to be here. You know, I told the freshman class we had a convocation with 4,500 of our newest students at NC State, and I told them they're the class of 2014, and I'm the 14th Chancellor. We're destined to be together, so I'm excited to get them through all the hurdles at NC State. We've got 34,000 students on campus. We're the largest university in the state of North Carolina. We're very proud to have an outstanding freshman class. These students are very bright. I told the engineering faculty the other day, I said, I know what you guys do. You've done it for years. You say, look to your left, look to your right. At the end of the semester, only one of you is going to be here. And I said, you know, these students have an average GPA of 4.21. I said, you ought to say, look to your left, look to your right. At the end of the semester, we're going to work hard to make sure all of you are here, but you don't have to work for it. So we've got great students, and frankly, they're prepared to be successful. NC State, you know, Susan and I came here for a lot of reasons, but a big part of it was to be able to come to Western North Carolina. Man, this is a good-looking part of the world. This is really a special part of North Carolina, and I've learned just in the short time we've been around today. I've visited a new cooperative climate center that we're developing here with NOAA. Otis Brown, we brought him here from the University of Miami. He's an outstanding climatologist, meteorologist, and scientist, and will lead this effort, which is a combined effort with other universities in the UNC system and the University of Maryland, and will continue to place Asheville and North Carolina on the map as one of the leading centers in the country, and frankly in the world, for climate data and the analysis of data and the ability to use that information to help us understand weather. So we're really thrilled to be a part of that, and frankly, NC State is the lead partner in it. We're also today, I went out to Fletcher to the Mountain Horticultural Crops Research Station, back to my roots. I felt good to be out there. Tom Rainey, I see him here. We have a great group of faculty out there that are developing new crops and new products for this part of North Carolina. Agriculture is strong in Western Carolina, and it's the large part because we have facilities like that. As I told the people that were there today for a tomato field crop day, I said, you know, these are expensive to maintain across the state. But when you travel North Carolina, you realize this is a very diverse environment, very diverse climate, very diverse soil types. The only way we can support the industry in the state is to spread our resources around and to do work in the communities where the farmers and the agriculture businessmen are working. I also came to NC State because it's one of the most innovative universities in the country. And when you come to Raleigh and you can navigate down Hillsborough Street, if you can figure out how to get through the roundabouts, Bill, you got to navigate the roundabout. And if you can do that, there have been a few bumps and bruises now that they're open, but it's an amazing new front door to campus, and I hope you'll come and see it. But if you can navigate that, and you get over to Centennial Campus, and you see one of the most innovative campuses in America, you see what NC State means to North Carolina, means to the region and to the state, and frankly, around the country, it's regarded as one of the most innovative universities. And an example of that is just over the years, we've introduced over 100 products out of our research that are in the marketplace. We have over 675 patents that have come out of NC State labs, and we have over 72 startup companies that have spun out of NC State, one of which many of you know is called SAS, which employs a whole lot of people in Cary, which, by the way, I've learned is the acronym for Confinement Area for Relocated Yankees. NC State intellectual property has stimulated an investment of over $750 million in venture capital. So it's a very creative faculty. But what I love about the place is it's a group of people that hasn't walked away from the mission of supporting the economy of the state. It's a place that's relevant to the needs of the world, relevant to the needs of North Carolina, problem-solving faculty that aren't ashamed to do work, frankly, that solves problems. And it's a great institution. So Susan and I are thrilled to be there. I've had a very exciting summer. We joined the NC State family the first week of April. Asheville is the last stop, not because it's least, but because it's special. It's the last stop on a statewide tour that I've used to try to connect to the people of North Carolina, to make sure that NC State remains connected to the communities that we try to serve. And Asheville is a very important community for us to stay connected to. So this has been the last stop on the 7 regional economic partnership tour. Advantage West is the regional partnership here in the area that we hope to stay connected to. And we've had alumni events all over the state. It's been terrific for Susan and me to get to know the people of North Carolina. We feel at home. Both of us grew up in southern Arkansas, where the pine trees look very similar to the Raleigh area. The language is fairly similar. I mean, I'm southern enough to get around without people. I know what a hush puppy is, and I know how to eat them, and I know the difference between Western and Eastern barbecue, and I'm not going to tell you which one I like the best. But remember, I grew up west of here. In fact, boy, that's probably more of a ham than I should have been. But we're pleased to be here. I've had a challenge of having to work through an athletic change, and we've hired a very dynamic and very aggressive and very experienced athletic director that has really hit the ground running. And I can tell you, Tom O'Brien is excited about the fall season. Debbie Yao is doing a great job as director. Sidney Lowe thinks he has the best recruiting class in basketball in the country. We'll find out. But we're excited about where things stand at NC State and working hard to continue to grow the university. The one thing I tell every alum that I meet is that my primary job is to strengthen the value of your diploma. You made an investment at NC State when you came there as a student. We made an investment in you through the education that we provided, and our goal is to continue to make you proud, so that the diploma that you have hanging in your wall, on your wall, I'm sure you do, that you can speak about it with pride and with passion, and I hope you do, because we've got a great product and a great university, and we'll continue to sell it across this great country and across the state. So thank you for hosting us tonight. We're thrilled to be here, and I look forward to interacting with all of you. Now, I always want to give you a chance to ask me some of those critically embarrassing questions and have me speak publicly. So if you have a question that you've been dying to ask the new Chancellor, this is Susan's chance to answer. Any questions? For either of us? That's right, Susan. Any questions? Come on.
I haven't seen a picture yet of you making the wolf gesture. Can you do that for us? There you go.
I've learned that you got to get the ears just right. Perfect. Now, let me tell you a story, and I don't want to embarrass myself with this, but you need to, all of us are a product of our upbringing. And I grew up in the state of Arkansas. Somebody once told me that's a heck of a handicap to overcome, but it's a great state, and it's a state with wonderful people. And Susan and I got a great education at the University of Arkansas. But we were in the Southwest Conference. That's all changed since we left, and I think it's because we left. But our big rival was the Longhorns, and they're this. So, this is something you didn't do. So I'm working hard, and I think I've mastered it. And I did well with the freshman students the other night, and they were, moderately impressed. So we've got it. We've got